This fairway Ed from Corpus Christi, Texas. So you're listening to Nothing is OB.
Man, this game is crazy. You know, you come out here 1 week, you look like a major champion. The next week, you look like a 25 handicapper from Crabapple, North Dakota.
Right there, my Alice boys.
Let's go.
3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2, 1 putt, putt for a birdie, woo-hoo, new driver, info,
my
replace,
interviews,
into, pop
gonna have a banger for you.
Think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, it drew, shooter McGavin, 2 thumbs that's up high and 2 fingers pointed at you, pew pew, fairway to green, conk off that I'm playing, sometimes these par 3 greens look like an island, I'm punching to keep it on dry land, at least I'm not
Texas Golf Podcast, episode 199. Now, we're back, baby. We're back. I know I took last week off. Football is kicking your boys behind. Just in case, guys, as a warning, explicit content may be on here. This show is not for the faint of heart. All right, guys, we got a banger for y'all tonight. 2 of my really good friends and my brothers. First up, we have Ray Garza from On Par Golf Apparel. Whew. And he's got one more, but we'll get into it when we bring my boy Ray on the show. Guys, it's been a time for golf, man. School starting. The golf season is over, baby. The golf season is over. But we're going to have a guy on here, Ray Garza, who's one of the best people, not just in the game of golf, but just one of the best people out there. And he will literally give you the shirt off his back. And it's a pretty damn good shirt too, guys. But before, guys, we move any further right here, hey, guys, don't forget, presenting sponsor. All right, this show is presented by Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Big ups to my guy, Lee Ramos, all right, and his crew, Southside born, Southside raised, Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. No job too big, no job too small. This dude loves the dirty work. Such a great man, hack golfer, just like us, loves and lives the game. That's his escape. That's how he gets away from life. Crazy life, all right? But make sure, guys, if you have any demo or dismantling needs, hit up my guy, Lee Ramos, at MaximumDemo.com, or hit him up at 210-507-2227. That's Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. And don't forget, guys, we are coming live from the Texas Chancla Studios. Thanks so much to our guy, Jesse Hernandez. That's right, he is that TikTok lawyer. He's going for the 3P, baby, for SA Current Lawyer of the Year. He's that lawyer, TikTok lawyer. Another hack golfer who loves and lives the game. This guy, he's a beast. Maybe he's more of a beauty in the courtroom as opposed to the golf course. He's a beast on the course. He's a beast in the courthouse, guys. He'll fight for you. Any of your legal needs, DWI, divorced, injury, make sure, guys, you hit him up, guys. Hit him up at 210-807-8656 or hit him up at jessehernandezlaw.com. The Texas Chancla Studios, baby. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. All right, guys, with further ado, let's bring on our guy right here, Ray Garza. And he's back right there. Ray, how we doing tonight, my brother?
Good, man. How's everything going?
Dude, if it wasn't going, I'd be in trouble, bro. But man, you know the coach's life, and in football season, you know the money-making season, right?
That's always a rough patch, man. It's good and bad. I remember helping out with football all those years. And, it's a commitment, and kudos to you, because that's a tough one for sure.
Tell me you don't miss it. Tell me you don't miss it.
I don't miss Friday night. That was so fun. It's just August is hot, and it's just you just exhausted. And then you add in the whole teaching element. Like for me, I taught a full schedule. It wasn't anything. You light it during the day, and then you hit it hard with practice after school, and then late nights and Friday nights and travel and.
You're making me tired. Stop, Ray. You're making me exhausted right now.
I don't know how you keep up with all this too, as much as you got going on. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I told my wife today. I said I have a podcast tonight. I gotta get it in, and it's great, and I appreciate guys like you. I appreciate my boy Patty, who's gonna talk tonight after you about the whole Bethpage Experience, man. I mean, he's a native New Yorker. He's gonna talk about the holes, being overnight, and especially with the Ryder Cup coming up, it is a great time. You got something great going on. You got Rockin' G Grill. You got On Par Golf, Apparel, and you have one more feather to put in your cap. But you know what? Everything you do, it serves a great purpose, right? So why don't you let everybody know what is on the horizon right now for Ray Garza and On Par Golf?
Yeah, we couldn't be more excited. We announced it officially yesterday that you're going to launch our On Par Golf Junior Tour in partnership with Alamo City Golf Trail, and just create a unique and needed platform for our youngsters to get out and play. It's going to allow kids from as young as 5 to 19. So we're actually going to let in our upper division kids that are graduated but haven't started college will still be eligible to participate. So it's going to have 3 different divisions. We're going to utilize every golf course on the trail. So all 18 hole facilities and the 2 par 3 courses. So the Teddy Bear at Riverside as well as San Pedro. It's going to be as legit of a tour as you'll find. You know me, there's nothing that I'm going to sell us short on. So everything from we're having actual rules officials running throughout the course, starter tent, check-in table, all completely digital platform for registration, leaderboard following, live scoring. If all the marketing material, you're going to see the feathers out there flying. You're going to see a step and repeat for awards, backdrop. I mean, everything you can think of that we need to put, a legitimate, professionally run, organized event. You're going to see that week in, week out when we have host our events. We'll be offering over 60 events year round, so we'll continuously be offering opportunities for kids to participate in competitive golf in and out of their seasons at school, or those that are younger that are just looking for a platform to play. I think one of the unique things about what we're doing is it's all centralized in San Antonio, and we're utilizing all the city courses as well. So it'll alleviate a lot of travel expense for a lot of families that want to play more golf, and they're saving on travel expenses and food and hotel and all that. And we're not taking that away from those that do more of that travel and those top tier events, but we just want to have a good base for them to always come back to and participate week in, week out when we're hosting our events. We have an amazing tournament director in Abel Garza to lead the way there, which will be a huge asset for us because, again, I've got so many irons in the fire. I'm definitely going to be hands-on and involved day in, day out, but Abel will be, our head of the spear as we work and continue to grow this amazing tour. We have official rules officials that are on board. We'll have the whole staff of On Par Golf included. I think one of the unique things as well is we'll have a platform already with our Flamingo Club. So we're tying in the Flamingo Club as well. So there'll be some stuff in the pipeline with how we engage them in this tour for those beginner levels or maybe novice golfers where they have a place to play. And if income or cost is a barrier, we're also going to try and utilize our nonprofit to help subsidize some of the cost for membership and for participation in the golf tournaments. The swag's going to be off the chart. I mean, every member is going to get. We're working on that right now. We're going to have custom branded towels, bag tags. They're getting a piece of apparel, and we'll do drops there, throughout the year for all our members. That's already included in their membership. So it's going to have every aspect that from my years of golfing of what a top level event that's going to be budget friendly and showcase everyone's talent. It's going to be there. And in the divisions, we're going to have 4 total divisions. So it's based on the crown. So we took a play on the Flamingo Club and the On Par Golf Apparel crown of the Flamingo. So it's going to be the race for the crown. Incorporated in all our events is the race for the crown. And it's a point system, like a FedEx Cup style point system. So you're racking up points every event you participate. in the end, every division, boys and girls, or the end trophy is a custom made crown that we're working on designing for all those to walk away with that are crowned our champions a year from now. So, I mean, just everything we can think of to make this stand out amongst the rest of the tours or opportunities that these kids play in now. I think we're going to try and just blow that out of the water and give San Antonio an amazing place for these young golfers to grow and develop and just grow into the great game of golf with just being associated with our organization and our tour.
Well, Ray, and that's badass to hear because we talked about it, right? And it's all, hey, the best stuff is always off air, right? The best stuff is always off the record stuff, right? It's always off the record stuff, right? And we know, and from being a coach and being a coach at the high school level, being a coach on the on the training side, and dealing with a lot of juniors and a lot of youngsters, is that a lot of times we're giving those spots. A lot of times those spots are being given to Dallas kids, Austin kids, and San Antonio. It seems like the trail is in a good state right now. I'm not going to say because of certain person leaving, but it seems like the new leadership. I'm not going to say the new leadership, but it seems like we have a really good marketing director right now that's just pretty black and white. And I love to see that. And you know what? It seems like everybody is working really hard in the trail, and it seems like the trail is in a good state in regards to the condition of courses, and it's being ran really well, and it's a great time to partner and again give our youngsters the opportunities, because we hear those horror stories, right? I've heard those horror stories of how come there's not enough spots, right? Like, I mean, you only got like 12 golfers. Well, how come my kid can't play and they're a local product? And I think you're providing a service for these kids, quality courses. These are courses that you and I, grew up on. I mean, being from Corpus Christi, at least I always look forward to these courses, to the Riversides, to the Almos, right? To seeing these courses right here that these kids have the opportunity to play. I think it's just, you're giving them a great opportunity that not a lot of people are able to do.
Yeah, 100%. I think, in just a few days that we launched, Abel is a former head golf coach here in San Antonio. I was a former head golf coach in San Antonio. We have a lot of ties into education, so we basically dropped this in the lap of every high school golf coach in San Antonio and the greater San Antonio area to share with their teams and their organizations, so that they can benefit from this regular opportunity for them to compete. And
because a lot of times, I don't mean to cut you off, because a lot of times, where can they go, right? Where can they go?
Yeah, and I think too, as me as a coach, and when I was in that role at the high school level, like, where can these kids go? Where can they go to make it affordable? Something that is accommodating to where they live. And I can't go to Cedar Creek because I live on the south side, or I live on the east side, and it's just difficult to for travel and all that other things that go into it. So we're trying to create something that's close by for everyone, as through the rotation we're going to create on our
quality
schedule.
Courses, quality tracks too, yeah. Man.
It's the only thing we didn't get to do this initial quarter is a tournament at Brack and Cedar, only because it was already booked. So in 2026, we're going to have a great opportunity to set the whole schedule. So we're hoping by November at the very latest, you'll see our schedule all the way to next December, if we can plan out that far ahead. But there is nothing stopping us from really being the dominant place for golfers of every skill level to play. Because I think one thing that we thought through was my experience, in coaching and picking Abel's brain a little bit, was how do we create divisions that are going to give everyone at whatever skill level or age the best opportunity. And I think you'll see that when you look at our site and you see the breakdown on our divisions. We're actually going to we'll have a crown division for all the levels. So we have a gold crown, silver crown, bronze crown, and then an iron crown, which is our little ones. So our top tier crown, which is the gold crown, is legitimate. Play the ball down, you hit it out of bounds, you routine. It's basically the theory of the varsity team, right? So those kids that are in that age group, all basically high school aged and older, that are want to play at the top level. Well, they're going to play just like they were playing an STPG event, just like they were playing a district tournament, or championship, a regional tournament. That's what they're going to see week in, week out when they're playing. And then we're going to have that same age group. We're going to have a silver crown division, which is still playing the same 18 holes. There'll be some laterals in some areas and some accommodations to help pace of play, help those kids still compete, but keep the golf course moving along and having a good experience for those kids that are maybe not ready for that gold crown level yet. And then we're going to have our bronze crown, which is same kind of rules as the silver crown, but they're going to be a 9-hole age group and an opportunity for them to get in the 9. And then our iron crown will be strictly on our par 3, so you'll see a lot of those on our schedule. All the kids can play any of the par 3 events, but the iron kids, which are just more the beginner novice kids, we're going to just, again, to alleviate having tours that have a 5-hole event that interferes with the 9-holders and the 18-holders, and it'll make it easier from a tournament operations perspective to just have them focused on the shorter courses. And then we're making custom tees for every age group and division, so you'll see all that out when we put everything together. We've got caddy bibs that I'm going to sneak peek to you soon, but I'm not going to show them to you yet. So we have custom on-par golf caddy bibs that'll be available for purchase for those that really want to tie in and go all out with the
Are they gonna fit somebody like me?
I'll put you together if I have to.
Oh, that's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro.
No, I'm sorry. I think I'll get one that's shorter so it doesn't cover you.
Whatever one that you would put on Build-A-Bear, that's the one for me right there. Guys, I have the schedule right here for the On Par Golf Junior Tour schedule right here for fall 2025. If you see right there, it's Teddy Bear in September. This is our September schedule. Teddy Bear, Northern Hills, Teddy Bear, Riverside. October schedule, San Pedro, Almost Basin, San Pedro, Mission del Lago. November, San Pedro, Northern Hills, San Pedro, Willow Springs, and rounding it out in December, San Pedro, Riverside, San Pedro, Mission del Lago. And these are great opportunities for our youngsters, Ray. And right here, I wanted to bring up this one right here because again, I'm using a new operating system, so I got to kind of transfer some stuff over from the other sites right here. This is via Facebook right here. Jeremiah Sierra. Ray is always growing the game, and I think Ray, why is it so important to get involved with this tour, to add one more thing to your plate, man?
I mean, I've been asked that a lot since we've had this conversation over the recent weeks as we led up to it, and then when it was launched, like people say, one more thing. I said this was the last piece of the puzzle. I thought in the big picture of what I wanted to bring in a total package was, we started with the instruction, and that was needed and necessary, and that's blossomed. And then we took on the grill with the food and beverage side of it, again from scratch, built that up to what everyone sees today when they visit Mission del Lago. The apparel brand was something that, how do we continue to generate visibility and create some momentum with everything that we're doing, and rebranding that with the flamingo and the whole concept of that. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, we're getting so much hype with our clothing. There's so many projects. If I had more time, I would share some crazy stuff. You'll see it. And then with that was, what's our give back? How are we doing, something to give back to the community, to make golf accessible even more than we already were? And that was the Flamingo Club. And, founding and being the president of that organization, a wonderful board, a wonderful program. I see people all day. Like I was at a function today, and we're working on partnerships with assisted funding for that, because one thing that we're doing with the tour is we want access to those kids. So we're trying to figure out enough funding to give access to all those 100 kids we already have in the Flamingo Club, and then every kid going forward will get their first year is free as a member to play on the tour. They just have to cover the entry fee, but we're going to cover the membership fee. So there's a lot of funding piece that really helps with having a nonprofit involved in the whole circle of things. And then with the tour now, it was just the last piece of the puzzle. It really put everything together to where we're the official food, we're the official apparel, we're the official instruction. We're the official tour, and we're the official nonprofit that helps fund those that have some, financial barriers. So I mean, there's nothing left out of this whole puzzle that we've put together. And I mean, again, like I've always tell you, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Like once this tour takes off, like there's nothing that's going to stop us.
And I think it's great to have a guy like Andrew Peterson your side, and I know I've had my differences with him, and this is great. This is something that is needed. This is something that is needed for your kids, and they're putting up some great quality courses, well managed at the moment right now, and why don't you elaborate just a little bit on that relationship? Because a golf club. There's so many golf clubs popping up online right now. That there really are, right? But this is golf and a tour for kids and for juniors, and you're giving them a home. Talk about just about that relationship with Alamo City Golf Trail.
I mean, we wouldn't be here or made the progress we had it not been, for Andrew taking a chance, nearly 8 years ago now, on me and what I had a vision to do. And he's, it's just like any business relationship, right? It starts, trying to fill each other out and really see what the true intention is, with what I'm trying to do. Am I, trying to take advantage of it? Am I selfish? Am I really truly growing the game? And I think, on both ends, like we both realized that we're both trying to reach the same goal. And he wants to grow the game just as passionately as I do. And it's just been a good partnership. We both understand that there is some give and take. There's business decisions that need to be made, but the communication is excellent. Whenever I need anything, he's there, and we pick each other's brain a little bit on how we strategize some of these things. But in the end, I get it is on his blessing that we get to do this, and their leadership, Kevin and the whole team. There's been some changes up, in that area as well. But
Good changes. Good changes.
It's been so easy to work with them, and they know that I want what's best for their golf courses, what's best for our clients, what's best for our tour players, what's best for golf in general, and they've never ever made me feel like they didn't support what I'm doing. And when I approached Andrew about this project, he was all in. He said, "I think that's fantastic." I mean, and that's coming from a board member from the Southern Texas PGA as well. So, there's going to be other tours, but there's always the need, and this is something that's needed. There's only so many slots on all these tours that these top tier kids are trying to play in. And again, maybe they're top heavy with Dallas, they're top heavy with Houston, they're top heavy with the Austin area. So there's not a lot of opportunity. I wouldn't say Dallas because that's out of the section, but Houston and Austin.
That's a north section, yeah, north. Well, and the thing is, it's great to see that he's trusting you and he's letting you do your thing. And I think that's the thing. I think that's one thing we've all wanted to see as the golf community is see you shine, see you in a role where, you can let's let Ray work. Just like when you're in the grill, let you work behind there, right? Let you cook, right? And it's great to see because you know what I think if people knew you outside of the game of golf, they know your intentions, they know where you come from, they know your family, they know Ray the person, and not. Golf is probably a big portion of that, right? But you know what? It's beautiful to see that you're giving these kids an opportunity, putting it to work, having a great partnership, having quality courses, quality instruction. And I mean, man, you say this is the last puzzle, man. I don't know. I don't know to believe you. I don't know to believe you if this is the last piece of the puzzle.
Someone asked me that question today. Is this like what else is gonna need to do?
Is everything okay in your marriage, Ray? Is everything okay? Like blink twice if she's beating you. Blink twice if she's beating you.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll see where things go. I mean, if I was, at a point where I was like thinking of, well, what do I do one day? I still want to design a golf course. It's something that I want to do.
I want you to design a golf course. I want you to design a golf course.
I think something that I would also enjoy doing again, if it worked out the right way, is with our Flamingo Club program. The clubs themselves, like actually starting a club manufacturing company to make the clubs that we give the kids. again, like, I'm always thinking, and like, there's nothing that I can't stop but be 5 steps ahead of everybody else. This is the way I'm wired. So like, I'm always thinking of how can we get better? How can we, create this more seamlessly? How can we, support our staff better? Like, I think that's what I enjoy the most is helping all these people around me, like, grow and develop and buy into something that they could never imagine on their own, and I'm able to help guide us all together to that same goal.
Ray, you're an awesome guy, bro. I mean, I don't think you need any more people placing their lips on your butt. I mean, I think you're giving these kids something that I know you've seen firsthand. That it's your version of No Child Left Behind, right? And you're leaving no young child, no young junior golfer left behind, and. And I'm sure Andrew, he looks at it. I remember he said this at a town hall about 3 years ago, that they're looking at the future clientele of what the golf industry is going to be. And this is the future of golf. This is the future of the industry. The youngsters. It ain't the old guys. Like we're already. I mean, hey, we're dying, right? We are a dying breed, and it's great to see that we're investing in our youngsters. You're doing what a lot of us want to do, Ray. I so appreciate what you do for the game, what you do for the kids, because you know what? People talk about it, people wish for it. You make it happen. Ray Garza, On Par Golf Junior Tour, just another notch in the feather, and I know you do it from the heart, brother. Hey guys, that's Ray Garza. Make sure you hit him up at On Par Golf Junior Tour, right? .com right there. Yeah. Hey, it's one of the many great products from On Par Golf, baby. On Par Golf Apparel, Rock and G Grill. He's next thing you know, they're gonna start making chones out there, golf chones for everybody. Deodorants, todo, everything.
Yes. Yeah, but
all right, my man.
I appreciate it.
All right, Ray. That's Ray Garza, guys. Make sure, guys, you support the great cause. You got a youngster, man. Send him out there. I know you worked with Bubbers the other day, man. I was like, what did he say? He said, "Oh man, he told me to keep my money." He said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you some good advice. Pick another sport." Hey guys, that's Ray Garza. Hey, thanks so much, man, for being on, brother. I appreciate you. Let's see right there. Okay, let's see you right there, Ray. All right, guys. I got little Slim Shady joining us. Patty Cottrell, my fellow FOREBRO board member, native New Yorker, fellow Yankee fan right here. Oh, hey, FOREBROS Tour catering. Never eat alone. Never eat alone. My dog Patty. My dog Patty. How we doing tonight, my man?
Good, bro. Good. Ready for bedtime.
Oh, hey, bro. Stop. Hey, stop. Football practice, volleyball tournament. Hey, damn. Nothing is OB golf podcast. All right, man. How you been doing? Hey, dude. How have you been doing lately? I haven't seen you since we had dinner a while back.
Good, bro. Good. Just grinding it out. Trying to golf as much as possible, but that doesn't always work out. So FOREBROS is life. That's it. I get my weekend warrior in.
Oh man, dude, I don't even know what my golf clubs are getting dust right now, bro. It's football season right now, baby. Golf clubs are getting dust. I just had to hold my putter, and I was just like, "Hey, do you remember me? You remember?" Hey, I was like this. Why does this grip feel so much thicker? All right, guys. Patty. I had you on the show because I wanted you to talk about the Bethpage Experience, bro. Bethpage Black, right there. New York, baby. Home of the Ryder Cup. United States trying to win that cup back. Patty, don't you tell us just a little bit about, just a little bit about you, bro, and your love for golf and growing up in a great city in New York.
Yeah, and why was pretty dope, bro. I grew up where the golf was out in Long Island. Obviously, you're not golfing in Manhattan, unless it's simulator shit. But out in Long Island, I mean, you'll have 120 golf courses. a lot of them being private, but we got some of the best munis. I call them munis around. Bethpage being one of them. I mean, I played that course for $72.
$72. So, and we're gonna bring some pictures up because. So as I'm getting ready for the new football season, right? I've been watching. I love Ryder Cup stuff, and you know what? In talking with you and your pops on the way to Comanche Trace a while back, like your dad. You love coaching, you love sports, right? We love this stuff, right? It's a great time of year, right? It is. It's a great time of year. College football, NFL, baseball, dude, it's a great time to be alive and be a guy. It's a great time, right? And so I've been watching this documentary, and I've already seen it about 4 times. It's called Una Familia. It's a documentary about Luke Donald and the 2023 European Ryder Cup. And dude, this dude played the United States like a freaking cello, dude. He played it, bro. It was Deliverance banjo style, baby. This dude was just, he as every great coach captures their players, right? And this dude, you should see him, man. These are the best players in the world. And Luke Donald never won a major. But you know what? All of his guys believed in him. Oh, and it's a thing of beauty, bro. Thing of beauty.
Yeah, when you can bring that out of your players, right? I got a feeling about our guy Keegan. That's St. John's native, played in New York. He's from Connecticut originally, but I got good vibes with this. I think we got a solid team, and the crowd should definitely be in it. I'll tell you that.
Tell us Texans, what is it like in being a Yankee fan? We have this book, right, that I used to read the girls when they were younger, right? The book is called Let's Go Yankees, and it's a kid's book. And in the book, they say they gave them a Bronx cheer. And it's like, and then my girls are like, what's a Bronx cheer? And I said, I assume it's booing, right? I assume boo. I said, that's a Bronx cheer.
Yeah, because it could be both. If you're playing well, we love you and we'll die for you. And if you're playing like shit, I want to kill you.
So tell me, the big thing is that they have to deal with these crowds, and what is it like? I felt the heat, even being a New York Yankee fan, being at Yankee Stadium. I had the guys right behind me. I'm feeling the heat, bro. These guys, they're probably 48 Budweisers deep in, hitting the back of my chair. Get up, son, get up, son. That's Robbie Cano. That's your boy, son, get up. And I'm like, I'm gonna get my ass kicked by my own fans over here.
It's funny because going to previous events at Bethpage, PGA Championship and US Open, I have a feeling they're going to tuck these grandstands in a little bit closer to the players, especially around the 17th green, which is a par 3. There's always a big scene there. They're going to be on them. They're going to be loud, they're going to be drunk, and they're going to say whatever the fuck they want.
And you know what if anything could you compare it to maybe being at for those people that, because a lot of times even when we talk shit and we rattle each other and maybe we're hanging out around the 18th green of a final group amongst our peers, amongst our boys, you can't duplicate that, right? You can't duplicate those type of scenarios.
No, and I think the crowd is going to be just massive. You better get if you're going, you better get a spot and stay in that spot and don't move, because it's probably going to be about 100 deep. It's going to be intense. I couldn't even tell you how many people are probably going to go for the weekend, but it's going to be up there, and they're going to make a lot of money because those ticket prices. I had to bail on it, Andy.
We did, and we were talking about it. Remember, you were making plans. Like, hey, I got us a place to stay. We're gonna play some courses. My mouth's over here all watery and stuff. And then I'm like, and you know what? And even hearing things on the media side right here, Patty. What hole is this right here, Patty? I don't know if you could see. I think you might have to look on your Facebook. This is a different type of program right here. This is a beautiful. It's one of the shots you sent me right there with the clubhouse in the background of
Oh,
Bethpage.
that's
Bethpage
probably
back.
that's probably going to be 18 then. If the clubhouse is in the background, yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to be 18.
Patty, that course looks just immaculate, bro. I mean, damn, there's bunkers for days out there. Like, how would they be able to make it? You know what? I guess in the favor of U.S. or what would they do? Just kind of shorten up the tees, make
No,
the fairways wider. What would they do
no.
to help a bomber to make it a bomber's paradise?
Well, I'll tell you what. The way they play it, it's a somewhat long course. I mean, you got some holes like I think it's. I want to say the 13th hole is a par 5. It's 608 yards, which doesn't like sound like a lot, but there's no getting there in 2 for the most part. They place bunkers in perfect spots there. I mean, we're talking about 7-inch rough, man. So if you're off the fairway, you're really not advancing the ball the way you normally would. Even those guys, we are punching out. So they're still not advancing the ball like they want to. And you know what? It's a 10-mile walk.
Dude, it's like doesn't even sound fun.
You know what? I tell guys if they come for the first time, don't play it in August because it still gets hot and humid up there in New York. I mean, not like this down here, but you do get your stretches where it's in the high 90s. You don't want to walk that course in August. And if you do, make sure you have a caddy. And it's just, it's always in great shape, man. It's the People's Country Club for a reason. You could see some scenes there where they just have like 7 tractor-style mowers rolling down the fairway at the same time. And it's picturesque, man. I mean, you play that course. I guarantee you every person who plays that course, and I still, to this day, I've played it 50-plus times. I still take pictures every time. And I'm still nervous as shit on the first tee box.
It looks freaking beautiful, immaculate. And where is it exactly located for those people that may not know? Because we think everything's by freaking Central Park. We think everything's freaking in Manhattan.
Yeah, so it's pretty much where I grew up out in Long Island, which is just east of Manhattan. So it's where all the golf is pretty much in New York. You have some upstate courses like Winged Foot and whatnot and all that, but most of the golf in New York is out in Long Island. So it's going to be about 30, 40 minutes east of Manhattan in a town called Farmingdale. Has nothing to do with Bethpage. They just named it.
How many courses are there? Because I know there's the red, there's yellow.
Yeah, 5 courses there. And I'll tell you what, they're all in phenomenal shape for the most part. The only one you cannot take a cart is black. So you have to walk it. And like I said, man, it's always in really good shape. I mean, the greens on average probably roll at a 12, and that's just an average for the year. They'll crank this up to a 15 for these guys, most likely. The hardest thing about the course, Andy, is the walk. Golf is golf. You could play like shit at any course. You could play you could shoot a 90 at the Teddy Bear. But and if you do, you better be drunk. But you
could, Patty. I could, Patty.
It's golf, so if you're playing well, you might score well. Like I think the best I've ever shot there was a 2-over, and that was like in the pouring rain, and like God was just with me that day.
The heart stuff's not coming down for a while.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it felt like. But you know what? It's the walk. So every green, most of the greens are elevated. So you're walking. It's about 600 feet in elevation change throughout the whole course. So you're either teeing off from up here or you're walking to a green up there that you can't even see the pin. You're just trusting it and praying,
So tell me, Patty, because we do have a couple of AW Tillinghast courses here in San Antonio, but it's different. I know the terrain is so different, right? You have Oak Hills, ultra private, 1900. That used to be the center of that was considered the center of San Antonio when AW Tillinghast designed Oak Hills, and then you have Brack. right? And then you have also some people say San Antonio Country Club. But I don't know. There's a lot of arguments there. But what would you think is like maybe something signature of the course besides it being such a long hike? Would you say it is the elevated greens, or are they like turtleback, or what? What is that maybe you think is just a little signature of Bethpage Black?
So if you don't have an elevated green where you could barely see the pin, it's going to be a turtleback green, where it's going to be a tabletop that you got to land perfect. So the first hole is on one side. There's a road that splits the course. You got to walk across a road, and there's traffic, and the traffic usually stops. So you go across, you play one, and then you cross for the rest of the holes pretty much until you get to 15. You come back across. That's the hardest stretch, 15, 16, 17, 18, because you just walked 7 miles up and down, had multiple double bogeys.
You're beat. You're beat to shit.
And then congratulations, you go across the street and you play the hardest hole on the course.
So would you say excellent finishing holes?
Excellent. And you know what? I always tell guys if they're going to play it, I'm like, play it like 1 o'clock, because the best time to play there is when the sun's setting.
Sundown golf, baby.
That picture of 18 is really the coolest scene. I mean, Andy, you see the pictures. There's bunkers everywhere. You know,
it just it doesn't. Okay, so you played Sonterra. Have you played Sonterra before here in San Antonio?
I haven't. I drive by it every day, and I haven't.
Okay, so there's a hole very similar, and I think it's a par 5. If it's a par 5, par 4, it's on the North Course, and it's got a boatload of bunkers. I found every freaking bunker, and I ain't gonna lie, like I think, dude, like it was years back, and I think I was hitting 9, and I still wasn't even to like the bunkers around the green, and it's just like, hey, like me, the boys I was playing with, they're like, nah, bro, like you gotta keep playing. Like we don't pick up. Like we pick up when that ball's in the damn hole. And I wanted to give up the game, and so I could tell it's got to be mentally taxing, and it's got to make for an awesome freaking finish, man, as you go to some tough ass holes.
Listen, the only time I've ever played well there, I've walked off of that course with a headache because of so much thinking and calculating and stressing. I mean, guys who play it, who aren't familiar with it, I'll tell them straight up. If I don't even know them, I'll tell them, just punch out, bro. Like, I know you got 160 in and you're in the rough, and it's trust me. And they won't listen, and they'll be in that short-sided bunker, and it's 15 feet below the green, and I'm just like, oh, I told you so, fucko. You know?
Right here, Jeremiah Sierra, Patty boy, Patrick, right there.
Right there, the Prez.
Right there, man, the Prez, baby. All right, Patty. So take us through the experience, man. I know things have changed over the years. Take us through a night camping out for one of the most sought out tee times in the United States.
So what's funny is I never had to do it. So they've changed their reservation system throughout the years. There's been some scandals.
They did a big article on it, or articles.
You sent it to me. I read that one. Yeah. There's been some scandals where, you know, you have the 7 days before at 7 o'clock at night, it'll pop up, and me and 5 of my friends were on the phone trying to get it. And there's been some scandals of bots and them selling tee times to foreigners, but whatever it may be, what they've done is now you can only make one tee time in 30 days. So if I make a tee time, I can't make another one for 30 days. So it's how they regulate. But those unfortunate few from out of town, especially, you have to go camp out. So in the parking lot, there's assigned spots. They used to call them baker's tickets, where you'd get there in the morning and you get a ticket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that thing I sent you, my boy went, I guess a couple weeks ago, and they're starting to close it now. They won't be able to play it anymore till after the Ryder Cup. And he got there at 9:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night, the night before, and he was number 30 in line. And you'll see RVs, tents set up, people from all over the country just traveling.
Are people tailgating out there? Are they like making some little sausages and brats?
Yeah, they might even be calling some chicks too to come.
Hey, they're really making it an overnight, maybe. Making it an overnight special.
Yep.
And so tell us, man. So all right, so your boy was there. He's 30, and what and how does that play out? I've done it. I've waited out at Torrey, which wasn't bad. It was nothing like what the experience is over there.
It kind of sucks. I've had to do it on a couple different courses throughout my years, but you get there, the night before, you sleep over, you get your ticket, you go into the clubhouse when it opens at 5, you get your tee time. Lucky enough, you can get out before 9. Sometimes, even if you're number 1, you won't get out early. It depends on how many people have reservations. But if you have a late tee time, you got 4 hours. So you go have breakfast, you go back to bed. It's a hard funk to get into to play at such a challenging course. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be in your routine. I'm sure you do the same thing every time you play a nice course. You wake up in the morning, you take your shower, you take your shit, you have your little job.
Hey, we talk about it. Hey, if I take two craps, Patty, you're in trouble. 3 is, hey man, that swing is loose, boy. 4, well, you know what? I got problems. 4, I ain't making it. I ain't surviving it.
I've never, like I said, I've never really had to deal with the whole sleepover thing. So I've always had a tee time, or you know what I used to do? Just make a tee time for 3 o'clock in the afternoon the night before, and just show up at 8 in the morning. And just see what's available. Maybe they can bump me up, But I will say, like I told you before, it's the only course that I get nervous for my first tee ball. Still, to this day, over 50 times I've played it. And that sign they got at Cedar, I'm going to rip that shit down.
It did. All right, I pulled it up. I pull it up. You know what? I'm gonna bring it up here. It's a FOREBRO special that you put up here. Let's bring it up right there. There it is, right there, baby. Extremely difficult course for which we recommend only for highly skilled golfers. And I'm glad you said that, bro. I'm so glad you said that in regards to freaking Cedar Creek, because you know what? It's a ripoff, bro. Like, it's a ripoff. Can you say it's a ripoff?
It is. I will give Cedar some props as far as warning guys, because you do get stuck behind some fucking schleps who are like, yeah, I'll walk.
Bro, that's it's the longest round in town, probably. It's the longest round in town.
And I've walked it, and I will say it's, in this heat, it's up there. If you walk it right now, it's just, why even play? Just punch me in the face and put me in my car.
Hey, save me $65, right?
Yeah. No, but back to, Bethpage. I think the biggest thing, the reason why most guys get nervous, and still I do to this day, is because when you're on the tee box, that sign is where everybody's chilling. And it's right.
The gallery.
It's right there. Like, you could reach your driver back if you wanted, and like somebody could like touch it. And everybody's right there. Even people who aren't even playing the course, they're just there checking it out. And they're just standing there watching you, and you're like, fuck, don't duff it.
Have you ever duffed one on that number 1 tee box?
I have, because and like then you walk down the hill and you're gone and nobody can see you, and that's
hey, and then they'll forget. Hey, and they'll say like our boy right here, Mike Ayala, and then they'll forget about it, right? And then they'll forget about it. Get on their ass, Patty. Tell them. You got ass whoopings for days, boy. You got ass whoopings for days, right there, Mike Ayala. Forget about it. Forget about it, right there, baby.
My gabagool guy.
Bro, okay. So, you know what, Patty? And I love that, bro. I see the look in your eye, bro. I see the look in your eye you have, and it's a love affair that you have for that course, because you know what? I wish I had that same sentiment or that same feeling you have towards this course. Like, it's captured you. It has you, and it's all in your feels, right? And I'm just like, I'm trying to think. I said, man, is there a number 1 tee box that is very similar to that? And I can't say that there is, right? I can't say that there is.
Just because it's a skeptical for people. Like, I'm telling you, Andy, there'll be 15 people there who don't even play golf, who just are in town and they want to see it. And they want to see the sign and take a picture. And you just got random people and everybody behind you. And what's funny is that, like me and my boys when we play it, and I try to play it every time I go back to New York. This time, maybe not so much because of the Ryder Cup, but so the first tee box, there's not a big difference in the tees. So you got the blues and then the whites and everything, and there's only like 5-yard difference. So everybody always tees off from the blue tees on the first because you want everybody to think that you're like playing from the tips.
Yeah, I was like, this guy's a stud, right? He's a stud.
But as soon as you get to the second hole, everybody starts to move up to their tees.
Guys, just in case you're wondering right now, if you're just hopping on right now, I got FOREBRO Tour board member right here and head chef right there, FOREBROS Tour Catering, Never Eat Alone. I got my boy Patty Cottrell, native New Yorker out here talking about the Bethpage Experience right there. Dude, and you know, and we feel it, Patty. We feel it. I mean, you didn't have to just wear the hat too, bro. I mean, I know it's all right, Patty. So as we talk about being out there in Long Island, what's maybe like the go-to place after your round at Bethpage? Like, tell me like a good pizza parlor or something, bro. Like, what is the perfect meal, bro? I know you're one of the best chefs that I've seen cook, that I've seen do it. What is your go-to meal after a round of Bethpage Black?
I'll be honest, you eat right there because you're so exhausted, and there's an outdoor patio that you can see the 18th green. So you'll go, like, say us four went, whatever, we played around, we'll go right to the outdoor patio, and we'll eat there. The food's great, and dude, what do you want more than anything after a hot, long 10-mile walk and shooting a 90 is a cold-ass beer.
Cold-ass beer.
Yeah, I don't want to get in my car and then drive 15 minutes to go have a hot slice of hot chicken parm. Fuck that. No, you got to stay right there, bro. And you'll know what, if you walk Cedar, you're not going to want to go drive somewhere, sit down and eat. You stink. You're sweaty. Your fucking feet hurt.
But the thing is, nobody makes you want to stay there. Like we barely wanted to stay there to have a beer after our round. When we played out there, it's like it's not appealing. I mean, it wasn't appealing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I feel you. I mean, listen, like, there's not much because that's a state park. It's enormous, bro. Like, you have to drive out of there. Like, you have to get on a parkway to get out of the state park. They got polo fields, they got baseball fields, there's 5 golf courses, remember, so it's enormous. If you see a map of Bethpage facility, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, listen, I've never been that's one place. If I play, I'm not going anywhere. I'm taking my shoes off and I'm sitting out there and I'm vibing out and just smiling like I got through another one.
Ooh, man. So what do you think? I mean, we talked about it earlier. We talked about it briefly earlier. What do you think about Keegan being the Ryder Cup captain out there in Bethpage?
He's a hometown boy. I mean, he played Bethpage probably the most out of all of them, being a St. John's alumni, which is in Queens, which is pretty much part of Long Island, but it's a 5-borough of New York. I love it, man. I mean, and the plus the fact that he's playing well in the past 6 months, let's call it, right? He's definitely playing well, so that helps, right? And he's going to be a player captain.
You think so?
He has to be. You don't think he's good enough to be?
Okay, all right. Here, I got some great comments right there. And again, I'm on a new operating system, so it sucks that I can't bring up when I share it to my personal page. Right here, we got some great comments right here, bro. Let's bring it up. Right here. Let's see, right here. John Tejeda, what's up, homie? What's up, my brother John? Paul Sharp. Patty, sexy mofo right there. Paul Sharp right there. Well, I haven't seen Paul in a minute, bro. I miss
Paul. Yeah.
Hey, I miss Paul too. I miss him big time. Right here, John Tejeda. That's beautiful. I can only imagine what it would be like playing out of those right side roughs, bro. Right? Johnny would be in a dark place again, bro. Like John. Hey, and I saw his name on the money today, right? Hey, John is very hot and cold.
Deal today, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tapatio. The guys played out at Tapatio. FOREBROS Tour, guys. If you do not have a home, please check out FOREBROS Tour. Never golf alone again. The guys are right there, and Patty will cook for you. Patty will cook for you right there. Never eat alone too. Congrats to San Antonio chapter for their victory over RGV. Had some great comments from our San Antonio members. They said FOREBROS RGV chapter is in great hands with Joe and the guys, and I freaking love to hear that because we want to share what we have with others, and so it's great to hear. Congrats to Rio Grande Valley, RGV FOREBROS Tour chapter, and congrats to San Antonio chapter right here of FOREBROS Tour, because I say congrats to both sides because it's great to make these events happen. We're taking FOREBROS Tour on the road. Got Delaware Springs coming up. And you know what? We were in Houston out in this summer, Tour 18. The guys were in the Valley recently. And it's great. The guys also got Austin coming up there. And it's great that FOREBROS Tour gets out and we get around. And guys, if you do not have a home, FOREBROS Tour is your home. Never golf alone again, baby. Right here. I got one more great comment right here. Robert Rodriguez. Bethpage Black is one of the best courses I've played and one of the toughest. Everyone should experience the parking lot camp out at least once right here. Mike Ayala. Is that Patty or Fred Durst?
Oh, shit. Did it all for the nookie.
He did it all for the nookie, baby. And maybe it's gnocchi. Maybe that's what he meant. All right. So Patty, as we talk about Keegan potentially you don't think that? I think being a player coach is going to be tough.
Well, who's his co-captain this year?
You have Brent Snedeker. You have what is it? This ain't a hobby.
You said Snedeker. I wasn't really like.
That's what I'm saying. You have what is his name? What is his name? This ain't a hobby. You have the foreplay guy. He's on not Smiley Kaufman, but the other guy. I can't remember. Kiz. They have Kiz.
Okay. I like Kiz.
They have Kiz. I think he has Webb Simpson. I think I'm not. But you know what? And I give you the USGA credit because it's different, right? It's totally different because the guy who should have been is really Stuart Sink was really supposed to be the next man up, right? That's Stuart Sink was supposed to be the next guy up. Yep. And I don't think that name does that do it for you? I mean, y'all look alike, but does that do it for you?
No, not really. He's my senior PGA guy. Store guy.
And that's what I'm saying. And then you what? You got names like Kiz. You got Brent Snedeker. You know what? Yeah. I don't know if it's doing it for me. I mean, being one thing I've known in the coaching game, you're more than just you. Like if you have a good staff, you're probably going to be good. But if it's just you being maybe the stud or the only good coach on staff, it's not going to be a good staff.
If you got the worst defensive coordinator in the league, you better score a lot of points.
Right? It's like, right? Shootout, baby. Shootout. Yeah. And so that's my concern is that he's not going to be able to put his full effort into these plans, right? Because, again, in watching that Una Familia, Rory and Shane and all you have Jose Maria Olazabal, you have Paul McGinley, you have all these guys talk about the plan. We have a great plan in place. Plan. And I just think in previous years, there's never been a plan. Or there might have been a plan, but just like Mike Tyson, hey, everyone's got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth, right? And it's just, do we get punched in the mouth too many times that we scrap the game plan?
I think this crowd, this atmosphere, this place is going to be electric. And hopefully, I don't know if these Europeans are going to be able to concentrate with all the shit going on behind the scenes. I guarantee you there's going to be thousands of people kicked out of this motherfucker.
It's just like, but it's like Mike Osman always says, like our boy Mike Osman always says, Bestie always says, it's not the energy you wanted, but it's the energy you need, right? And maybe that's just right. That's like, what is it, like the 12th man, right? So you're saying that New York home crowd is going to be like the 12th man.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, when do they announce these teams? Like
It's coming up pretty soon. So right now they're having the automatic qualifiers, right? Like the automatic qualifiers are slowly getting locked in, and I think the last one for the United States was JJ Spawn. And you know what? And my concern is you're going to get some of these guys that maybe might not be the right fit because and again, I'm watching all this stuff on leadership, and Luke Donald, he might not, they maybe shouldn't have won in Rome. They maybe shouldn't have, right? The United States is too much talent, right? Well, this dude always talks about it being the right team, the right team, the right pieces. And I hope Keegan can at least have enough. I hope they take analytics into effect and they really utilize it, because that's one thing the Europeans did do a lot as well, is they used crazy amount of analytics, right? And I hate it for the Yankees. I hate it for our guys. Girardi had his big ass book. Aaron Boone sucks at it. You know, he coaches from the gut. His gut sucks. You know what? And it's just, I'm hoping that at least Keegan can have some people around him that can help him with the game plan.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope that they don't. And I love these guys, but I don't want to see Speed. I don't want to see JT. Like as captain picks, you know what I mean? Just because they have experience.
JT is going to be there, dude. He's going to be there. He's everyone says he's our Ian Poulter.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it done a few times this year. He's been up there a few times. I just don't think he has the electric he used to. Kind of like, and Speed's dealing with injuries and whatnot. And I get that. And he's working his way back. But you know, give me Scheffler, give me Schauffele, give me Bryson. I mean, who else?
Yep.
Who else?
And those are automatic qualifiers too. You have obviously you have the world's number one and Scotty Scheffler. Bryson has done enough to where he's an automatic qualifier, and it's great. Do you think, is there anybody on Live that could help this team besides Bryson? Is there anybody else?
That's what I was just thinking. I'm really, I don't know. I mean, Phil, Koepka? No.
No, you know, those guys. You know what?
Maybe Koepka. The only one I would say is Koepka because he won at Black. And he's played there plenty of times, but I don't think his game is ready.
Do you think that's the old shot in the dark? A little wild card? Wow.
Maybe, but he's been choking.
I know, dude. I know, this playing a lot of uninspired golf, right? They're talking about guys about Ben Griffin. They're talking about possibly maybe Mav McNeely, got him. Know, guys like that, you know.
Griffin's my Max Fly guy. I switched to Max Flies.
Bro, you can only buy them at Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxy, maybe, and GG, right?
$22 a dozen.
No, man. I think the big thing is that new blood is needed. But I you know what, they call him? It's funny, bro. They call him the dog with shoes, which is from Netflix Full Swing. The guys from No Laying Up podcast call him. You know, it's like, oh yeah, he's the dog, right? But a dog with shoes. Colin Morikawa, because his dog had shoes on in the episode, and so they call him. He's a dog, but with shoes.
I'll tell you what. I think there's going to be a big consideration to accurate drivers of the golf ball. Because, like I said, if you don't hit a fairway there, even for them, it's not going to be easy. You know, birdies are going to be hard to come by from approach shots from the rough. It's just inevitable.
Well, right here, Patty, we got something great going on over here at Four Swing Golf, right there, guys. Right off of, was it? Yeah, right off of 1604, and it says, yeah, right off 1604 and Stone Oak right here. They have a league night that starting on August 19th. Our guy who helped us out at Golf Galaxy is now heading up this league. And he told me, Patty, I requested it's 9 holes, best ball per hole, 3 or 4 players per team, Gahin handicap at 60%. I asked him, I said, bro, it would be awesome if you would put 2 of the 9s, the front 9 and the back 9 at Bethpage Black. And he said, say no more, fam. And I said, bro, that would be freaking hot. And you can just call them Ryder Cup Series, Ryder Cup 9s. You know what? And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this. Patty, I'm trying to get a team together, Patty.
I might be interested. It is 5 minutes from my house.
See, and you know what? And the thing is, I wasn't a big fan of the Four Swing Lounge, but that place is a little bit more happening as opposed to not talking shit about Casey's Lounge, Casey's SA Fairways and Simulators. Because if you want to grind, you want to go play, you want to do BYOB, perfect, right? Casey's place. But this place has got the food. It's got the beer, and you can do it on a month. You can do it either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night, so you don't have to be locked into one night. It's 6 weeks, $600. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 8 weeks, $600, $800, $600 per team, 8 weeks of play, and you know what? The winning prizes, you get a trip to Cabo. And you know what, Patty? If we win that trip to Cabo, I'm getting us on Cuiveta, the #1 course in Cabo, baby. I've played it before. I'm hoping to play it again.
And if we win, we're not bringing the wives.
Who said? What do you mean? What? Hey, who brings sand to the beach, Patty? Patty, who brings sand to the beach? Who brings sand to the beach, baby? Right here. Our boy Fernando Hernandez. Live sucks. Man,
It's just there.
Right? You know what? I think what's really turned the tide in regards to PGA versus Live this year is that there's been so many PGA playoffs, and playoffs for TV is good. Is good for golf, right? Is good for golf because what does everybody always say? Golf is so boring to watch, right? And you know what?
Oh.
But playoff golf, extra golf, free golf, sudden death. Damn.
And this guy, JJ Spawn, is making these playoff holes even more entertaining. Bombing these putts, right?
Dude, you know what? He's such a badass dude, right? He always gave me time out at the Valero Open right after his rounds. And you know what? I will always root for that guy because the first thing I said, what do you love about San Antonio? What do you think his first thing was? You see this little short, stocky motherfucker? You see him. What do you think? What do you think his first thing he always says about San Antonio that he loves?
Oh, I was going to say the tortas.
He really likes the enchiladas, but he says, "Oh, the food." That's the first thing he said, and I said, "Damn!" I said, "Hey, hey, it could be a torta. It could be a torta." He said he loves the food, right? He said he loves the food, and he was always nice. So whenever he became the VTO champion, I was so happy for him. And then winning the U.S. Open, I mean, with the freaking bomb lab putter stud, man. All right, Patty. As we wrap up tonight, what is maybe one parting shot that you would give that you would want people to know about the People's Country Club in Bethpage Black? That's something that maybe that they need to do before they kick it.
I will say that it's similar vibe when you walk into Brackenridge, the nostalgia, the old photos, the plaques, the names on the walls. Bethpage Black, their clubhouse is old. This plaid carpet,
Shag, baby.
You get that Caddyshack like nostalgia vibe or something from it. You know what I mean? Like where it's almost like mesmerizing, and the first person you see up there when you walk in is Tiger, just hitting a putt. And it's really just it's an experience that I wish everyone could go through at some point. And we'll be there one day, Andy. Not this year, but in years to come, buddy.
I'll be ready. Last question, Patty. Who are you playing your final round of golf with?
My final round of golf with my father. No question.
He's a badass dude, bro. You know what? I think I might ask to play in him to be in my final foursome too, bro. He's a badass dude. All right, guys, that's my boy, native New Yorker, Patty Cottrell, one of the bravest out there from New York. Patty, hey, man, much love, my brother. Thank you so much for being on the show and sharing us your insight about Bethpage, my brother.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, brother. You have a good night, my man. Hey, never eat alone, baby. Never eat alone. Ah! Oh man, dude. Oh, guys, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It's been a minute, and it's been great to be back behind the mic, behind the screen right here. Thank you so much, right here, baby, right here. P-Dub right here. Great stuff, fellas. Thank you so much, my brother, for tuning in right now. These dudes were studs. Two standout guys, two guys that I'm so thankful to call my brothers. Patty Cottrell, FOREBROS Tour member, board member. Ray Garza, On Par Golf Apparel. On Par Golf Junior Tour. One of the best people out there, guys, and we got some guys to thank out here. I really want to thank my presenting sponsor, Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Big ups to my guy, Lee Ramos, Southside born, Southside raised. You have any demolition or dismantling needs, make sure you hit him up, guys. Hit him up at MaximumDemo.com. Hit him up at 210-507-2227. My brother, Lee Ramos, such a good man. No job too big, no job too small. We're so thankful for his sponsorship of the show. And also, guys, don't forget, guys, I'm seeing text right now from my boys. We are coming live from the Texas Chancla Studios. Make sure you hit up our guy, Jesse Hernandez, at JesseHernandezLaw.com. He is that lawyer, the Texas Chancla. He will fight for you. He'll smack the opponents left and right with his chancla. Make sure you hit him up at 210-807-8656 or hit him up at JesseHernandezLaw.com. Dude's a beast on the course, a beast in the courtroom, and such a good dude. I'm so thankful for his sponsorship of the Texas Chancla Studios. And also right here, guys, our gimme sponsor right here, guys, FOREBROS Tour. Never golf alone again. If you don't have a home, FOREBROS Tour has a home for you. We have our Myrtle Beach trip coming up. A great deal. We paid just a little under $6. That includes 4 rounds of golf, lunch, breakfast, drink tickets, and our stay. That's some of the benefits of being part of FOREBROS Tour. We also have access to Unknown Golf, one of the best golf softwares out there. The 2024 PGA Show Software of the Year, guys. These guys are my brothers. It doesn't matter how long it's been since I've been out there on the course with them. These are my boys. They've been through with me through thick and thin. Never golf alone again, guys. You don't have a home. FOREBROS Tour has a home for you. Hey, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Please continue to support On Par Golf Junior Tour, FOREBROS Tour. And, hey, that's golf. That's golf, bro.